All right. So when my mother had put me on a schedule, now we're talking about the benefits of her understanding that my brain was at a higher level than the normal child, right? When my mother had put me on a schedule, meaning I was not to sleep past 9 o'clock, including the weekends, get up, right? And to prove my point as to why she was doing that, sometimes I would wake up and just lay in the bed and just be thinking, no, get up. Put yourself into a routine. Get up, you brush your teeth, you pray, you journal. Listen, my mother was... Okay, my mother had me on a routine from the time until I turned like 18, right? So as she had me on this routine, on the weekends, I was allowed to go play with my friends for 2 hours on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday. Fridays, I was not allowed to go out. I had to stay in the house on Fridays and be on the computer. She bought me a computer I'll never forget. Oh my God, I'm about to cry. She bought me a computer, a desktop, and she was like, when you come home from school, you're going to be on this computer and you're going to play games that stimulate the mind. So I was like, okay, that sounds cool. And then she was like, after you're done, you get an hour of TV time. When you finish your hour of TV time, then you do your self-care time. My mother instilled this shit within me from young, right? So I used to be like, what is self-care time? And she was like, you're going to learn your skin, because at the time I had eczema. You're going to learn your skin. And at this time, I'm like 11, 12 at this time. And I had asthma. It was a lot for her because she kept having to take me back and forth to the emergency room. So not only am I labeled as ADHD, which is really not ADHD, but I had eczema, heavy. It was all over my face. Like I had scales all over my face. That's why when people be like, oh, Dana, like you just look like you had life easy. No, the fuck I didn't. Trust me. No. Okay. I remember having the eczema all over my face, and we had to figure out different things to put on my face. God, it was rough. I had it all over my face, my elbows, the back of my knees, some parts of my legs, and then I used to get the heat exhaustion bumps on top of it on my face. Anyway, focus, sorry. Then she was like, you gotta learn your skin. So okay, started learning my skin. I'm 11 years old at this time. She was like, I noticed also you can handle a little bit more. Now, remember, from 8 and on, the label of ADHD, right? My mom was like, since I know that you can handle a little bit more, you're going to start doing your own laundry. I was doing my own laundry at 8 to 9 years old. And I remember it was around that time frame because I had certain family members that were worried about me. They were like, Carmen, you're sending Dana to the laundromat at her age. What if something happens to her? And my mother was like, I don't have a choice. I'm an only mother. I work. Huh? And Dana can handle it. Y'all are not seeing what I'm seeing when I look at my daughter. She can't be home doing nothing. Her mind is racing. I have to give her things to do so that she can see what people are labeling her as is not the case. She's just very capable, more capable than what people are seeing or thinking of her. 8 years old, I was ready doing my laundry. I'm talking about shopping cart, going outside to the actual wash house to do my laundry. My mother's not with me. Okay? By 9 years old, I was ironing my own clothes. Some of y'all don't know how to iron clothes and y'all are 17 years old. To me, that's why sometimes when I see things, I'm like, what? On TikTok, I'm like, who? Not in my house growing up. So, get into the benefits now, right? So, let me tell y'all. A lot of people, because the other day, me and my homegirl, we was talking about high school, and she was like, she misses high school, this, that, and the third. I was like, bruh, wait a second. And she was like, what?